Hi, I'm Larry Harris, co-founder and technical director of Hockey Coach Vision. Thanks for taking the time to watch this short video. In the next few minutes, I'd like to give you a tour of the main features of our application and show you how you, your players, and your organization can take your game to the next level. First off, we all know that ice time is limited and it's expensive. We want to help you be much more efficient with your practices and speed up the learning curve of your players.
When we open up the app for the first time, the first thing we want to do is go into the settings area of the app and choose what language we wish to have our Hockey Coach Vision coach in. On the lower left of the settings area, we can choose the language. Let's choose Russian. You can also choose what sport between inline, ringette, and ice hockey. We go back to the main page, you'll see that we have 3 folders. We have videos, photos, and animations. Now to begin with, these are all empty, so let's go get some files. We open up the package list at the bottom, and you'll see we have a purchase folder and a received folder. When we open up the purchase folder, here's where you see all the free drills and small area games that come along with your Hockey Coach Vision subscription. If you're part of a club and the club has a club portal, you would access it here. And here is where you would find all the material that the club has provided to you, along with our drills, our Hcv drills, that are provided here for all different levels of players. So let's close down the package list, and let's go up and take a look at the videos folder. Here you can put all your videos, tacticals, drills, whatever you like. This would be a sample drill that we could make out on the ice with a simple tablet, where we go on the ice and record any action and then play it back and send it to our players. We can then add videos to show the professionals and how they play them. Now, let's get out of videos and let's go take a look at photos. Now, the way I would use photos, a lot of times if I'm in my office and I don't have time to animate a drill, I will just write it out on a whiteboard, take a picture, and animate it later. Nice drill, but looks like a bowl of spaghetti. So we have these types of drills that we could go in, and then you can see the description and key points of the drills, along with a nice picture of the drill that you can then create a PDF from. Now, here's a drill, the way that I used to store it on paper. Very, very nice drill. Looks like a bowl of spaghetti. So now, when we put that drill into Hockey Coach Vision Animation, it produces a very nice looking PDF, but it still looks like a bowl of spaghetti. So that is where the animations are far superior to drawn out drills. Let's take a look at the animations. You can scroll through like this, and then we go ahead and we pick an animation, and then to open it up, we would just simply check on the screen. But here to the right, you can scroll down, see the description and the key points of the drill and all the information necessary that you need when you're looking for a drill or exercise. We can also search it by name. So let's look for that SciPy drill. So there's our SciPy 2v1. We can search for that in the word search, or we can also use our tagging system to go back and look for that exercise. So we open up this area down here. We click the 2 main things for that, and we have the SciPy 2v1. Now to open up the drill, we click on the playing surface, and then to start it playing, we click the arrow on the lower left of the screen to start it running in 2D. We have multiple viewing options with Hockey Coach Vision. We can also watch it in 3D, first person, or third person. In third person, with my mouse, I can screen in. I can also click on the screen and move it around to get the perfect viewing angle of the drill or the tactic. Other viewing options are first person, where we click on the player or the coach and we get the absolute view on the ice through the eyes of the player or the coach. We also have a third person, which is like you're standing on a ladder behind the player with the camera in your hand. Now let's click out of this exercise. Now let's take a look at what we have to do to create a practice plan. We click on Package. We name our practice plan. We're going to call this one U12. And there's our practice plan. Now we open it up, it's of course empty, so let's go ahead and look for some files to put into our practice plan. So we'll first of all look at the levels And we'll choose drills for 11 and 12 and 13 and 14 to push our 12-year-old players a little bit. Now we want to go in and we want to take some warm-up drills. So we'll click warm-up and we go through and we can scroll through. And let's take this 2VO around the world. Let's check it out. This is a nice little warm-up drill for many ages. So now we're happy with that drill, so we just have to take it and drag and drop it into our practice plan. And in this way, we go ahead and we take some other drills. We'll take this 2VO drill, the 2 versus 1 drill, and then the 3 versus 1 with a defenseman jumping in. Now I would like to finish my practice with a small area game. We go back to the tags, we take those off, and then we tag out small area games. Let's take this jailbreak 3v3 and let's take a look at it. So now we've got all of our drills and small area games in place. We can move them around, we can take them out and replace them, and then we can take a look at each drill as well. So we open up jailbreak, and it starts with a breakout, and the team that breaks the puck out the fastest and gets it back to the player at the blue line gets rewarded with the second puck. Once they get that second puck, they must skate behind the net and then attack up the ice in a 3-on-3. You play to the whistle till a goal is scored. Great, let's check out of that drill. And then from here, we add in the description of the practice, what we're working on that day, the key coaching points for that practice. And then from here, we can also create a PDF of the whole practice, or we can send it to players and coaches. When we click send, here, if we've created a roster, we can send it to a whole team, or we can send it to individual players. Here, I'm going to choose to send it to my team. I click send, and then I put in a message, and I send it to my players and staff. Now, the next thing we're going to look at is the planning calendar. With the planning calendar, we can take that practice that we just created for the U12, and we'll pull it in here for our Sunday practice on the 23rd. So now we're going to click on that day, and then we can see the practice, and then from here we can move it around and place it at whatever time we want to have the practice at. And then we can also add extra notes. So let's add a video. And we can set what time we want to have it at. And then click Save, and that adds it to our daily planner. We can then also move it around once we get in the daily planner to put it exactly at the time that we wish to have it at. So the night before, we go in, we take a look at the practice, we go through it, everything looks good, and then we just go ahead and send it to our players and staff on the free version of Hockey Coach Vision that's called Player. Now let's go ahead and create a simple drill to show you the functionality of the drill creator. So here you can see we can create animations, photos, or video files. To start the animation, we just click on the playing surface, and then we start dropping players and pucks onto the ice. Let's make the next player a right-handed white forward, and you can see we can label the player with numbers or with letters, and we'll make this player a right winger. Now we need a puck. We place the puck on the ice, we click on the puck and drag it into the player, and let's put a pile of pucks beside the player as well. Now, we're going to need a goaltender. We'll go back into players, we choose goaltender, we'll make it a left-hander, and we'll keep that goaltender in a white sweater, and we'll label it as a G for goalie. Now we're ready to start drawing our drill. So now we go into action mode, we click on number 1, and because that puck is in that red circle, we can take it. Now we become a puck carrier. So we just click on the player, start to drag it, and then we click on the right winger and drag him up in front of number 1. We click on number 1, we click pass, and then we click the right winger. We'll have the right winger advance a little bit, then we'll have number 1 advance a little bit. The right winger will pass the puck back to number 1. 1 will make a little curl towards the wall, come across, and then right winger will swing out to get some good timing on this drill and come in behind number 1 for a drop pass. So to make the drop pass, we'll use the dump key. We click on the ice where we wish to have the puck, and then the right winger will skate onto it. And you can see it light up. We can take it and then come down into the zone as number 1 curls out and then back into the position to take the pass. The right winger then passes to number 1. Number 1 shoots quickly and then stops by the net as the right winger comes in and stops at a rebounding position. Let's take a look at that drill to see what it looks like. And we'll take a look at it in 3D, and we'll swing around and watch it from the end zone. The timing of everything looks very good, so we could go ahead and save and name that drill. Now, the advantages of Hockey Coach Vision. The number 1 advantage is that with the visual effects, it's easy to follow the 2D and 3D viewing options. It's very easy for your coaches and players to follow along. This cuts down on the amount of time in front of a whiteboard, which ends up with less talk and more action. This also has access to a huge library of professionally created exercises and games for all of your coaches to access. You can also create your own animated exercises and tactics. It's easy to share individual files and entire training plans, and the free version for the player. And the club portal system allows all your players to put them under one umbrella.
Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. If you'd like to learn more about Hockey Coach Vision, specifically how the drill creator works, just let me know and I'll send you a video. Better still, if you'd like to know more about our pricing policy or you'd like a demonstration of our club portal system, you can send me an email about that and we'll set that up as well. I'm always ready to talk hockey. Have a great season.